Hey, so I was just at sparring and had this experience that I've decided to do like a little chat about. Um, so in the mornings when I'm sparring with Yod Pan, we do. Right now, I'm getting ready for a fight this weekend, so we're doing basically like two fights back to back. So it's 5 rounds and then 5 rounds, but the rounds are twice as long as what my fight will actually be. So in the first 5 round section, in round five, I got my ass kicked. Like I was doing okay in the other rounds, but in round five, like I would have completely lost that fight. And I got really down on myself about it. Like I knew I'd lost. I knew I was unable to solve things in that round, and just kind of like felt like a bunch of stuff that I've been trying to work on has basically like old stuff has crept back up on me, and I got really, really upset with myself. We take a round off, and then we start again. In the round we took off, I was able to kind of like compile myself and come back and compose and get back on the horse kind of thing. And I did okay. Like when we came back for the second set of five, which is good for me. Like this is progress for me to be able to kind of like reset myself and come back and do well in the next part. And so I'm giving myself credit for that. I'm proud of myself for I have done a lot of work mentally to be able to do that, to come back and renew myself for the next segment. But I also, in the back of my mind, have this knowledge that you don't get to do that in a fight. Like, you have to solve it in round five of a fight. In round five, in any of the rounds of a fight, when you're losing, as long as it's not round five, you have the next round to try to correct it. But once you've reached five, you have to correct it in the time that's allotted for that round, for that fight. Otherwise, you actually lose the way that I felt that I had getting all upset in that. So, I was thinking about when Kat Zingano fought Ronda Rousey. And it was so upsetting because she just got caught. Like, she had this whole thing. She was going to, like, rush Ronda Rousey, and she charged at her and got caught and was submitted by armbar in, like, 16 seconds. It was, like, some horribly embarrassing situation. When she got up and they put a mic in her face, what she was saying was, I want to go again. I want to go again. Which in training, you can. Like, in training, you get to get up, try again, like, try something new, solve it, that kind of thing. That's a good mentality in training, is like, I got bested, I want to go again. That's a very good way to go into training, is to want to go again instead of like getting down on yourself. But that said, your training, when you get up and go again, when you learn again, all this stuff, you have to compress, you have to like contract the time it takes you to solve those things, because you don't get to go again. Like in a fight, you don't get a do-over, you don't get a sixth round, you don't get, if you've been tapped in 16 seconds, you don't get the rest of your fight just because you're ready to go again. So you have to learn how to solve those things much faster. So I'm kind of in this like mode, which is mostly positive. Like I'm proud of myself for pulling myself together and moving on the way that I did, and not getting completely stuck in my like gutter of feeling sorry for myself for sucking in that fifth round. Like all of that is really good, but I also know that my focus has to be able to recover within the time frame of that fifth round, rather than having taken a break and coming back afterwards. So first you get good at something, and then you get faster at being good at that thing. So that's something that I'm trying to work on now after that, and just thinking about that because it's something that happened this morning, and sharing it with you guys because I'm sure I am not the only one experiencing those things. So for those of you who are experiencing that, totally feel you, totally see you. And for those of you who will be experiencing that at some point in your life, Sylvie said it, it's happened, you're not alone. So yeah, that's my thought about this morning.